Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Today we are doing a tier list. Why is my brightness up all the fucking way? Um,
I don't know. That's dumb of you.
that's dumb of uh my camera.
What's that?
That's not very nice. Hold on. Let me make sure that this thing is actually working properly. Where the hell is my microphone? My microphone is behind my frickin' computer. That's where it is. Okay. Hello, chat.
Oh, this systematic oppression, income inequality,
What the hell?
the other stuff.
Okay. Let me quickly re-click on this since it decided to exit me out of the frickin' thing. Okay. Hello, everyone. We are doing a tier list.
Yeah.
So
I'll
today,
pause my vote, burn them now.
today with me, I have Natalie, our glorious human.
Hey, don't say my full name. It makes me feel like you're mad at me.
Okay, Nat. We have Nat here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our best and favorite kind of bug.
Yay.
Today
but
we are doing a
yes, I
tier. Today we are doing a tier list of all of the Marvel movies from
Phase 1 and 2 and all of
Phase
them.
1 and 2. So let's start, I guess, with Iron Man, since it is the first movie.
It's the first movie ever made.
It's the first of the Marvel movies. Except
Yeah,
technically,
it really should.
technically, retroactively speaking, Howard the Duck is canon. So
Yes. It's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
that's
Multiple
why I'm
times.
saying it's retroactively possibly canon. However, take that with a grain of salt because I would put it in D tier. I remember watching this movie as a child. It was fucking terrible.
It's bad.
It was the worst thing I have ever seen at the time. However, since then, I have watched much worse movies like The Last Night and The Last
The
Jedi.
Fantastic Four movie. I hate that one Fantastic Four movie. I hate it.
You know what? I can kind of agree with that. So yeah, everything just kind of got worse. But yeah. Anyways, so MCU movies, Iron Man. You got Obadiah Stane. You got Tony Stark. You had Terrence Howard before he was just removed.
Forcibly.
Because he decided to be in a TV show or some other shit. I don't fucking know. I don't understand. I just don't understand. I'm sorry. Y'all, I know I like Terrence Howard, and I think he could have done it possibly better, but that's an El Bozo moment. Leaving a giant cinematic universe for you to just go and play in a TV show that is now defunct and has been defunct for the last I don't know, like 5 years. I don't know. Anyways, Iron Man 2 or Iron Man, it started us off good. How do you think you would rate this? From we have all these tiers. We have S tier, which is the best tier, A tier, which is pretty good, but not like the best of all time. B tier, pretty solid, but it's kind of middle of the pack. C tier, it's not a fail, but it's still pretty bad. D tier, Doom. In fact, I will edit that. When I say Doom, I mean Doom. It is as bad as Doom 3. For those of you who are going to insult me for saying that, go fuck yourself. I'm kidding. I can't say that to my viewers. Except those of you who are just degenerates and play League of Legends of all things, in which case I can definitely insult you. Except your taste in music, which is mostly very good.
Hey. Don't say anything about League of Legends until I finish Arcane Season 2, okay?
You know what? Fine.
Arcane is good. Arcane is good.
Arcane has little to nothing to do with the actual game. I'm insulting the players of...
I don't care.
I'm insulting the players of League. And then you have the haven't watched here, which is for no one here.
I've seen all of them.
We've seen all of these. I've seen these several times.
I've seen them all at least 5 times.
So, Iron Man. First movie. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it belongs in A tier.
I think I would agree with you, yes.
Because it's not the greatest of all time, but it was pretty solid.
It's not the greatest, but I do like it more than Iron Man 2 or 3.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt by that.
I like it more. I like it more than I like Iron Man 3.
I'm still hurt by that.
I don't care.
Well.
Alright, next one.
Okay. Ouch. Just ouch. Thank you for that. Next one, The Incredible Hulk.
Like yeah, I don't like this movie.
You know what? I watched it recently. I'm going to have to disagree with you. Okay. You know, the reason why I say I kind of like it is because I've seen Hulk 2003. If any of you have ever seen that movie, you'll agree that this is much better than the last one. Because I'm sorry, but my name is not Eric Banana.
Okay, that's fair. I'd put it in C tier.
I would put it in B tier for better than Eric Bana. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to disagree with you. Maybe middle of B tier.
I would give it a B minus. A
Okay.
minus. That's as I'm going.
Okay, Iron Man 2. Not actually. You know what? I'm gonna say I like it better than the original, if only because
I do too.
War Machine is fucking awesome.
War Machine is amazing.
So I will put it. Actually, I will put it in high A tier, because there will be stuff that comes on along eventually that is better. I love.
First Thor.
Yeah. The next one is the first Thor, but
okay.
I absolutely love. I love the new James Rhodes. He did a very good job. I'm sorry that I'm blanking on his name. My editor, also known as me in post, if I actually decide to edit this, would absolutely frickin' murk me for, frickin' forgetting his name. So I am sorry.
We just watched a movie with him in it.
We just watched Crash in class the other day, so I'm kind of mad.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google this real quick because I'm mad at us.
I am mad. I am Depresso Espresso. Sans, I require a ray gun. From
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle.
By Don Cheadle. I'm so mad at us.
Dabba dee dabba die.
So mad at us for getting Don Cheadle. I'm so mad. How dare we? How dare we?
Yeah. Okay, next movie. The first Thor movie.
Okay.
Okay.
The first Thor, other than Thor Ragnarok, is the best one.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
That is my opinion, and I will die on that hill.
I didn't have that strong of an opinion on it. I'm putting it in B-.
I absolutely hate Thor: The Dark World. The first Thor is my favorite.
Okay, you know what? I will put, just for that, I will put it in high B tier. I don't think it's bad, but I don't necessarily, it's not a movie that I necessarily care for. Then again, it just wasn't memorable for me, so, there's that. Next movie.
I remember it. Alright, what's the next one?
Captain America, The First Adventure. You know what?
Oh my god.
As much as you hate as I know you hate Captain America.
I hate Captain America, but this movie is good.
This movie is fucking S tier.
Captain America.
It
is. The movie is amazing, but Captain America as a character is the worst.
I personally love... I like Captain America. It's not a love thing, but I love this movie. And it only gets better from here. It only gets better from here.
Yes, the Captain America movies are
amazing. That is a matter of fact. Next movie is the first Avengers movie. I am going to have to immediately put this in S tier. Oh, for fuck's sake. I have been sent to the War Thunder forums. Please help me.
Why do you have so many tabs open?
Most of them are Discord PNGs. Don't worry about it. Anyways, so Avengers, it's going in the top of S tier. It is fucking stellar. If any of you...
I think there's only a couple movies that I will put above the first Avengers film. There's only a couple of them that I will do that for.
The first Avengers film, I love it. It has a great soundtrack. You have Papa Roach. You have Shinedown. You have
Loki as a villain.
That's true. You also have Evanescence. I think at some point in this movie, at some point during this movie, there is a cameo with, I think it's lead singer Papa Roach. I could be wrong. It could be another movie that I'm thinking of. But yeah, I do love. I do genuinely love.
There's only one thing that I do not like about this movie.
Okay, let's hear it.
Hawkeye only has like 3 lines.
You know what? I can kind of respect that. I'm kind of still mad about that.
The first movie.
The first half of the movie, he's just kind of... The first... Yeah.
He's just mind controlled. He's just mind controlled.
The first half of the movie, he's just a dick.
Yeah. He's mind controlled.
He has no...
mind controlled himself by Thanos. It's just like, it's full of mind control. That's the only thing that pisses me off about that movie. Anyway, continue now.
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3. Okay.
The next movie. I'm going to put this... I'm going to say the bottom of S tier. I love this movie. I have a lot of nostalgia for this movie. The one thing that I can say about this movie that I don't like is the fact that the only major plot point, which is Extremis, the only thing it actually really shows back up in, to my knowledge, I could be wrong, is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where it actually becomes a major plot point in where they get the centipede serum from.
Yeah.
I don't even remember, and even in that show, they don't exactly explain how, where Extremis even came from to begin with.
The only rarely get that in the comic books.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, you don't really get tie-in comic books for these that much, and I haven't even fucking seen one in over a decade at this point. Um, but yeah, I love this movie. I don't like that a lot of Marvel people, whoever is at the top, a lot of people forget this movie even exists, which is kind of
Yeah, they
sad. Except the writers for Age of Ultron, apparently. Don't know why. They seem to be the only people who
Okay.
actually remember.
Alright, let's wait on Age of Ultron until we get there, because I have stuff to talk about with that film.
Next is Thor the Dark World. I am putting this at the bottom of B tier.
I hate this movie. No, put it lower. Put it in C. This deserves C.
You know, okay, here's another movie that I don't like how little connections to the actual franchise that there is. It pops up in like 2 episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because they're cleaning up the aftermath. And at some point they also get like one of the Berserker staffs, which is unrelated to this movie but still a kind of like a Thor item. And it's also the events aren't really mentioned, but like she's kind of there. Sif has her own like set of episodes in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Not once, not twice, but thrice, I do believe. The first is in like the first season where you have like Sif like going after Lorelai. For fuck's sake, stop it! Let me quickly turn off all this crap.
Yeah, but Thor: The Dark World, it's just one of those Marvel movies where it's so forgettable. It's one of those ones that you don't have a lot of. It's one of those that you don't have a lot of meat to. It's not one of those ones that like, oh, this is needed. This is totally and completely needed for the universe. It's just not.
You know, I can kind of agree with that. And I don't, but my main complaint with this movie is the fact that, like, a lot of the writers forgot about this movie afterwards. Which is, like, seems to be a cardinal sin.
No one liked it.
I'm gonna put this in high C, because it's like, this could have been a great movie, but I think
it could have been. It had the potential.
But I think the studio kind of screwed it up. I don't know why. Why did you guys do this? Okay, you know what? Captain America: The Winter Soldier, the next movie on this list. I am putting this all the way up in S tier. I am putting this beyond the first Avengers movie.
Correct. I hate Captain America so much, but my love for Bucky and the entire Hydra and Winter Soldier timeline literally propels this movie to the very, very top.
Exactly. Not even that.
So Sebastian Stan has two of the best entries as a character, and he plays, technically, it's 2 characters, because Bucky is not the same person as the Winter Soldier, and the Winter Soldier is not the same person as Bucky, because the Winter Soldier literally forgets who Bucky is.
Yeah.
But he literally has 2 of the best entrances in the MCU in history. Are you kidding me?
Not even that, but like, the Winter Soldier has so many different connections to not even just like shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it even connects to like the Defenders and that whole thing, which I love the fact that it connects to so many different shows and other pieces of media. Like, one of the episodes in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Sit well, like right after they're going for the Clairvoyant, which actually turns out to be John Garrett. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched the show, which, shame on you, it's been over 10 years. Go fuck yourself. I'm sorry, but like, come on. It's over 10 years old. There's 7 seasons of it. You could have watched the whole thing by now several times over. Shame on you. But anyways, so there's an episode where they're going up. Like this is like after they're going up to the clairvoyant. Um, Sitwell and Agent Hand mentioned that they're going onto the Lemurian Star, which is the ship that gets hijacked at the opening of during the opening of Winter Soldier. And I just kind of love that detail. However, I guess my real question is if she was on the Lemurian Star, how the hell did she get back to the hub?
I don't know. I honestly don't know with
Because
that one.
the hub is I'm assuming somewhere in Europe. I don't remember where, or like if there's ever a specific location or whatever. But Sitwell is still at the Triskelion during the events of the movie after he's rescued from Lemurian Star. So did they just drop her off at the hub and then just like pick Sitwell back up and then send him back to the Triskelion in DC?
Peace out.
I'm very confused. I mean, then again, I guess that loophole didn't last long because Agent Hand was in like three more episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. before being absolutely fucking murdered by Ward. Which, fuck you, Ward. You piece of dog shit.
Piece of shit.
It would have been nice for you to have a normal character arc, but no. You're just a dick. Not only that, but you're simping over someone who I can actually honestly say, you know what, relatable. But like, god fucking damn it. You had your chance.
All right, next
and you had your chance, but you fucking failed because being a simp in that instance, maybe not the greatest idea. Not even that, but also being a fucking psychopath. Gee, fucking thank you.
Alright, next on the tier list, let's go.
But yeah, Winter Soldier, one of the best movies ever. Guardians of the Galaxy, you know what? Top of A tier.
Top of it. Bottom of S tier. Bottom of S tier. Soundtrack alone.
Okay, you know what? Fine.
Soundtrack
Guardians of the Galaxy, you have a great soundtrack. You have I love the characters that they introduce, and I love the complexity.
Yes.
It only gets more complex
so
and better.
It connects to everything.
Yeah.
It connects to literally everything.
It is a gem. It is a gem in its own right. This movie, absolutely stellar. This was probably the first.
And Rocket, and not be absolutely spectacular.
That's
with
true.
The soundtrack, with the Collector, with Nebula, with the freaking dance off at the end.
This was the first movie I probably saw in theaters.
I did not see this in theaters. My dad actually bought this on Amazon, and we still own it. But the first Marvel movie that I ever saw in theaters, I think it was Civil War. I think I saw Civil War in theaters. What was the first Marvel movie you ever watched? Just watched?
Watched? Probably the first Iron Man movie. I don't remember when I watched it. Probably around 2011-ish.
I know for a fact that the first Marvel movie I ever watched was Iron Man 2. And then I watched Guardians of the Galaxy. And then I watched it from timeline order.
Yeah, I don't remember. A lot of the stuff I used to watch when it was on cable. So I have actually watched every single one of these movies on cable.
My grandfather always bought the DVDs at Walmart.
Ant-Man is the only one movie where I didn't first watch it on cable. We had, I think it was called Redbox, where it was
I love Redbox.
Where you got like all these different, like hundreds of movies for free. Until it was, discontinued.
I missed Redbox. I missed it
Yeah,
so
I
much.
had that. That was the first, probably the first movie I've ever seen on it, and then I watched a bunch of other movies on it. So yeah, and guys, keep in mind this is before it went underground. I know it still exists. No, I am not admitting to illegally pirating movies. At least
No,
not on this
I'm
channel.
definitely not admitting to it.
But anyways, yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, stellar cast. You have all these different complex
You have Vin
characters and
Diesel as Groot.
Yeah, you got Vin Diesel. I mean, come on, guys. I do love the fact that it made a bunch of these people like household names.
Did you have I got Sparrows and the corn dogs. One of those corn dogs, yeah. Very good, damn. Anyway, sorry, I was talking to my mother.
Like it made all these different people household names. Like, okay, Chris Pratt. I'm sorry, but most people probably only knew him from Parks and Rec. That is the only thing I think anyone knew him from.
Before Guardians of the Galaxy, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Zoe Saldana. I don't know her from anything else except
she was in Avatar before she was in
That's
Marvel.
true. She was in Avatar. Okay. Aside from Avatar, this is probably this was the thing that made her more popular than she already was. Or at least it made her relevant.
I saw her in a rom-com once, but I'm not sure which one it was.
I saw her in like that weird military show thing or whatever that she's on Paramount. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about there.
Vin Diesel.
Dave Bautista, I don't remember before Guardians of the Galaxy.
Vin Diesel was already famous long before this.
Vin Diesel was famous long before this for family,
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Drax.
Bautista, I don't remember.
Dave Bautista, I don't think he was. Well, actually, if they knew him, it was probably from his MMA career.
Yeah, I knew him as a wrestler. I didn't know him as an actor.
Yeah. So yeah, that kind of like catapulted his acting career. He's in all kinds of stuff now.
Yeah, he's in a whole bunch of spy movies now, and I think that's awesome.
Bradley Cooper, another person who, honestly, he was famous way before this.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper was famous way before that.
He was in all kinds of stuff.
I don't know why, but
I don't remember. I don't remember any of the other people like before this. Like any of the other people in this movie before this. So
I don't think I do either. Yeah, I know who Bradley Cooper is.
Bradley Cooper is Rocket. He was in that one movie with Beyonce.
Oh, The Hangover. I know him from The Hangover.
He was in the one movie with Beyonce. I don't remember what it's called. I know. All of you people in the comment section are going to insult me for not knowing the name of this movie because I know it's famous and blah, 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 blah. It has its own book that came out before this. I'm sorry. I don't care for the movie. I don't care for the book. Y'all can sue me. But I know it's famous and I don't really care for the movie and I don't remember much from it anyways.
Oh, he was in the A-Team. I forgot about that. Sorry, I'm still looking at Bradley Cooper's career. Anyway, next on the tier list?
Next on the tier list, Avengers Age of Ultron. You know what? This is going all the way...
Let me talk about this.
Okay.
Let me talk about this, please.
I feel like this deserves the top of S tier.
I think it does too. I love this movie. It's not even like cinematography based or like soundtrack based. I love this because of the character arcs that it brings upon us.
Yes. Not only that, but I also think that like it adds on the cast. And it's not a detraction. Except for Quicksilver. Yes. I'm so sorry, Quicksilver fans. I feel like y'all got done dirty.
They're bringing that actor back anyway. They were bringing that actor back for a standalone Marvel film in a year or two. He's coming back. Don't worry. You get to look at him again.
The last thing...
But, like...
I have not like, okay, just a quick reminder, guys. The only thing he's ever been in as Quicksilver, aside from this and like I think WandaVision, for
There was a different actor in WandaVision.
was it WandaVision or no. WandaVision is the it's the actor from Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
I think the only time you ever really get him is as his like normal Quicksilver is not WandaVision, but I think it might be in Multiverse of Madness. I could be wrong. And an episode from Agents of Shield.
Episodes of Agents of Shield, he's not in Multiverse of Madness at all. No, and I think he shows up one time in one of the X-Men movies. I'm not sure. I don't remember the X-Men movies very well at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was not in WandaVerse of Madness or Multiverse of Madness or WandaVision. Sue me, but Age of Ultron is so good for the character arcs that it brings upon us. It lets us see deep into Stark Industries and what what's his name was doing with the company while he was somewhat in control of the company while Tony was being a jackass. And
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
I Pepper. Why am I forgetting her name?
Yes.
Pepper.
Yes.
The other thing.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm so excited. Hawkeye is just. Can I talk about this for like 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay, so Hawkeye is the only person to get genuine hits on two of the strongest mutants in the entire universe. Because you know how strong Wanda is. Pietro is super strong, but it wasted potential. But anyway, Hawkeye was the only one to get 2 hits on each of them. He's the only one that actually got to stop Wanda. He's the only one that stopped Pietro, and he just did it out of spite. He had no.
Yeah.
He's just like, I have no powers, bitch. I have nothing to lose. And
just
he just shoots them, or just stops them, or I've done the whole mind control thing before. Not a fan. Like.
Just a quick reminder, guys.
Hawkeye is my favorite adventure.
Just a quick reminder, guys, for those of you who don't really know, these two are the only 2 mutants in the entire MCU, or at least that are in Earth 616. Because most of the other superheroes who are like they come of natural origin, I think, are Inhumans, and those are mostly in Agents of Shield. I don't know if there are anything else aside from the Defenders and like other Netflix shows and whatever. Oh, and Cloak and Dagger. That's the only other thing I can think of.
Yeah, but it delves us into more of what Hydra does as an organization in the somewhat modern times. It delves us into what Tony Stark's company did. It delves us into Hawkeye as a person, and like it delves into his backstory with his wife and his children, and it starts the whole rivalry. Well, it doesn't start it, but it tips over the whole rivalry between Captain America and Iron Man. And
you also have you also have like Zemo in. It kind of builds up to Zemo. In Civil War, you also have. It also brings an end to a story arc in Agents of Shield because they're hunting for, Strucker in Agents of Shield in season 2, and everyone's like, "Oh, Coulson's up to something. We don't know what he's doing. He's doing something secretly and da 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 da." And as it turns out, this is what he was doing. He was getting a fucking he was somehow getting his hands on a helicarrier.
Yep. Yeah, but Ultron deserves top of S tier.
Yeah, I do absolutely love Avengers Age of Ultron.
I do too.
Holds a special place in my heart.
It does me too. I love this movie.
I've also seen Ant-Man, which is the next movie on our tier list. And you know what?
See, I don't mind Ant-Man, but it's not the best.
I'm gonna put it at the top of B tier. As much as I like this movie, it's not awfully memorable. Aside from the one
It's
time
not.
where freaking
I mean, there was an ant in a bathtub. Like, I
that's
appreciate the
true.
jokes that came with this movie.
That I love the jokes that came with this movie. Yeah, the ant
I
in the
also love
bathtub,
Paul Rudd.
the random T-34-85 tank. Don't ask me how I know that. That comes out of his pocket. Just the massive
There's
tank
a whole
that
bunch
just
of
comes out of the
jokes in
building.
Ant-Man that are amazing.
Yeah.
But as a film, it's just mediocre.
As a film, it is pretty mediocre. There's nothing special about it. Um, you know, so you have all these different in the MCU. You have all these different styles, and I think if we do a sequel to this, if this video does well enough, we'll do a sequel to it. But I'm kind of like, on one hand, the one thing that I absolutely did not necessarily care for was the fact that some movies did not have any like, despite the fact that they're part of this grand universe or whatever, they don't connect to anything else.
Well, some of these movies connect to bigger things later, and the problem is that it's so far later that we forget that they exist and that they foreshadowed to this because it was so long.
Yeah, like, okay, the first Avenger. One of the things it builds on is Red Skull, and he shows up, albeit not played by Hugo Weaving anymore, which pisses me off. He shows up in Endgame and Avengers Infinity War. I noticed because guess what? I love Hugo Weaving. He was fucking Megatron, and he was in, freaking Matrix and all these other movies. I'm just saying, it would have been nice to bring him back. You could have done it, Marvel. I don't know. Iron Man 3, a lot of the stuff that builds up on, maybe it's building up on some stuff that might be added later. I don't fucking know. But other than that, all it really got was a bunch of stuff in, not even the next movie. It came in a freaking TV show.
Yeah.
I can say the same thing.
Thor: The Dark World.
Thor: The Dark World. It built up to Loki a little bit, and it built up to I guess it kind of builds up to Ragnarok in the fact that it shows that Loki is actually Odin, or Odin is actually Loki, in disguise.
Oh, at one point, yeah.
Which I think is kind of stupid because of the opening of Thor Ragnarok. That was like the most anticlimactic thing ever, and it's like, oh, yep, that's just me anymore. It's just me. It's just me.
Yeah. However, Thor Ragnarok is S tier.
True, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that when we do a separate tier list video.
Another video.
But I do love that Thor actually has all these different connections or whatever. It has connections to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. eventually. It has its own Marvel one-shot called A Shot. If any of you have seen it, it's called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to Thor's Hammer. Don't ask me why I've seen it, but I've seen it, and I absolutely love it. I think it's hilarious. Because Agent Coulson is just hilarious, and he's great.
Agent Coulson is hilarious, and
I need to
not
see him
deserve
more. That's true. Also, speaking of which, there is a rumor going around regarding maybe not Coulson, but another cast member of that series, especially regarding Chloe Bennett. I don't know why. There
have been rumors for years that Agent Coulson isn't actually dead. He's just off somewhere.
He's not. Well, actually, depends. Are we talking about LMD Coulson or normal Coulson?
Normal.
Because normal Coulson has been dead since like season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's right after he dies, like a few months after because he was Ghost Rider, and because he was Ghost Rider, it burned away the serum or whatever. Which, that's kind of sad to see him basically get space cancer. And then, because science fiction or whatever, they built a fucking robot that has his memories, basically using cheating elements from Project Tahiti, which is fucking whack.
Yeah, I don't like Project Tahiti at all.
That is spooky as shit, man. Bro, why would you do
when
that?
When you think about Marvel too deeply, it's creepy.
It is. Then again, we say that, and then, there could be like a revelation that, oh, hey, maybe we've been reprogrammed by Tahiti or something. I don't fucking know. Conspiracy theories. I don't know.
I would love to do a conspiracy theory video.
No. Marvel conspiracy theories, yes. IRL conspiracy theories, no.
Oh, why? I want to talk about
UFOs. I don't want to think about it too much. I don't like to think about it too much.
Does it count if we do an episode on Independence Day and I can then talk about UFOs?
No.
Oh, man.
We'll do it for an April Fool's video.
Okay, yeah. If you do edit this, edit that out so no one knows.
I mean, nobody's gonna fucking watch this in like 5 months, so don't worry about it.
Fair.
I will say
there was one other viewer other than me.
Yeah. I will say though, for Thor, it has a lot of connections. Hulk, towards the end, it kind of builds up to Iron Man 2. Or at least it builds up to Iron Man 2, and it also kind of builds up to the Avengers.
A little, but not much.
The first Avenger just really kind of... the Captain America movie, the first one, it builds into later stuff that comes in Endgame and whatever, and it also builds up directly up to, like, the Winter Soldier and the first Avengers movie. And I love it.
And the Civil War.
That's true. It kind of builds, like, a little bit into Civil War, but not really.
Oh, no, it dives a whole bunch into the Civil War. Are you kidding me?
For the first Avenger?
Yeah.
I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy, I will say, it doesn't really...
Guardians of the Galaxy leads to everything.
I mean...
If you think about it, Guardians of the Galaxy leads to everything.
Eventually.
Yeah.
It takes its sweet-ass time. Yeah. I mean,
it doesn't have to connect to anything for a while because it's a good enough standalone film, so it doesn't have to do it.
That's true. Winter Soldier, of course, has all of its... Winter Soldier, Age of Ultron, those two have a lot of connections. You also... Oh, that's right. You also have the post-credit scene where Thanos gets the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Which I think is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Also,
yeah.
The scene at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy with Stan Lee and how they all leave him on the planet.
That's Guardians 2, isn't it?
That leads up to Guardians 2 and Eternals.
What isn't Guardians 1? I don't think he shows up. I don't think he shows up as like one of the first scenes of Guardians 1. I think I think what you're talking about is his cutscene in, or not cutscene, but like his post-credit scene in Guardians 2.
I think I'm talking about Guardians 2 because in Guardians 1 he's like a pimp for aliens, but in Guardians 2
in Guardians 2 he's like a spaceman or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he's an astronaut. He's got a yellow suit on. That leads up directly to Eternals.
Yeah. But I do love, the fact that all of these movies have connections, which is, I guess, what we're supposed to be looking for in a Marvel movie. However, I think the most recent movies, there's a lot of problems with them. I've seen a few, and some of them just kind of... they either build too much up on themselves to the point where it's like, does this connect to anything? Does this matter?
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, it's anticlimactic in a bad way.
Yeah. Because I have refused to watch the newest the Miss Marvel and the Marvels movie. I've refused because I didn't like Captain Marvel in the first place.
I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna say this on stream.
Quantumania.
I have not seen the most recent Spider-Man movie, like live action
The
Spider-Man.
animated one?
No. I
Oh,
haven't
you
seen
haven't
that.
seen that live action one?
I haven't
You should
seen
watch that one. It was good.
I haven't seen No Way Home, and I also haven't seen the new animated Spider-Man movie.
I have not.
Across the Spider-Verse, I think it's called.
Yes.
I have
not finished the Across the Spider-Verse.
I haven't seen either of them. The live action one, the reason for that is because it's not on Disney Plus as of recording. So I have had no way to actually watch it without using money. And as you all know on stream, I spend a lot of money on games. So, yeah, a lot of times I just don't feel like it.
That's fair. You should watch No Way Home. It was really good. And of course, you have Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
I want to see it because I've seen the clips. I've seen the funnies. I need it.
Hilarious.
It's also
hilarious. It's got great moments.
You know something that also kind of makes me genuinely mad?
What?
You know, with all the build-up and whatever for, like, you know, both Secret Invasion and Far From Home, I hate the fact that it is mentioned a singular... Okay, Secret Invasion, they don't mention it once. Secret Invasion, they don't mention anything relating to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a tragedy. And I'm kind of pissed about that. They also...
He's an asshole.
They also don't mention anything relating to agents. Well, actually, they mention it once. They mention it once in Far From Home. In the entirety of Spider-Man Far From Home, you have the one, like, agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. who makes Spider-Man the, what's it called? The monkey something, the spider monkey suit or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Night Monkey.
I know what you're talking about.
They have, like, a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent make that for him, and then that's it. You know, it's not even a major S.H.I.E.L.D. like, it's not even a major character. They're named once and then they're out of the movie. I'm just saying it would have been nice, and you could have made it, like, feel nice for us Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans by, like, you could have had Fitzsimmons do it. You know, you could have... I want to see Fitzsimmons do more. I love Simmons.
Well, if the actor says no, then there's not much they can do.
I haven't really heard much from either of them, albeit I know that the actress for Gemma Simmons, she's in something now. She was just in... Was it The Crown? She's in all kinds of British television right now. But also, I've seen the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Reddit posts. Don't lie to me. I know that people want this stuff. And I know that the actors said that they would want to return to it, including Chloe Bennett. Not to mention that Clark Gregg said he would want to show up in, like, a future Marvel project as Agent Coulson. Don't lie to me, guys. I know it's happening, and I know you want it. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Nat, what do you think of our tier list that we have created?
I think it's pretty good, even though I would put Thor: The Dark World lower, but you won't let me.
It's good enough, okay?
It's fine.
It laughs in mediocrity.
Yeah.
Same as this.
One of my favorite characters is Loki. Okay, and the MCU has done him completely and totally wrong.
Snap that child's neck, goldfish.
It snapped that child's back, goldfish. Thank you, but Loki has been done completely and totally wrong at every single turn. Every single one of the Lokis, including Sylvie, even though I don't like Sylvie. I don't like Sylvie at all. I like the character itself, but do not like Sylvie. Shush. We can talk about that later. But at every single turn, the writers at MCU take Loki's character and just fuck him over. He's happy in Asgard. He wants to be king. Thor would make a terrible king. He would make a great king. Odin says no because you're a monster. Like,
actually, okay, hold on. Thor was king. He did it.
Thor wasn't a good king at the beginning. Loki would have made a great king until Thor was ready.
Okay, hold on. No. Thor was king as of starting in Ragnarok and then, like, kind of ending, like, at the beginning of Endgame.
I'm talking about Thor 1. I am talking about Thor 1 right now.
I will say that
in Thor 1, Thor was not ready to be king. He was not going to make a good king. At the beginning of Thor 1, Loki would have made a better king.
Well, given the fact that he turned out to be a murderous fucking asshole.
That is only because of Odin. And you cannot say that about the first Avenger because Thanos was mind controlling him. That is confirmed. He did not want to do that. He was being mind controlled by Thanos. You can Google that. You can look on Reddit. It is real.
Okay.
Yes, you can see his eyes. Loki's eyes are green. In the first Avengers movie, his eyes are blue, like the Tesseract.
I didn't really think about that.
Yup. Because when you look at Clint in the first Avenger, when he's being mind controlled, his eyes are blue.
Yeah. But usually his eyes are like
Loki's eyes are green.
Yeah. Hawkeye's eyes are like Hawkeye's like normal color or like what? They're like
I think his eye
like a hazel color?
Yeah, they're like gray. Hold on, let me Google this real quick because of all the things I know about Clint Barton, I don't know his eye color.
I don't know anyone's fucking eye color.
His eye color is blue, but if you look in the first Avengers movie, it's like a neon blue. Like it's a glowing blue.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and Loki, I know for a fact that Loki's eyes are green.
Yeah.
And in the first Avengers movie, they are bright, glowing blue, and he has eye bags, and he looks pale and sweaty and clammy, and his hair is greasy. Loki is egocentrical and narcissistic. He loves himself. He would not let himself get to that condition unless someone was controlling him.
Yeah. I guess that's pretty much it for this video.
Yes, I will. If he lets me, I will do an entire video explaining Loki.
That depends on how well this video does, honestly.
Just let me make a video on Loki. I will do it. I can do it.
That depends.
Let me talk. You always talk about the stuff that you're into. You never let me talk about my stuff. Let me talk about it.
I'm giving you a FNAF video that still might not happen because of Goofus 1 and Goofus 2.
Hey, that's not my fault.
I'm not gonna elaborate on that. Anyways,
That's not my fault.
that'll be it for today, everyone. Hope y'all enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe and do all those funny things. I've hidden a teaser for Five Nights at Freddy's somewhere in this video. If you guys can
You
find,
mean the PowerPoint that's on your?
if you guys can find it, I will give you a slice of cheese in real life.
Look
That
at the top
and-
of his computer. It's the tab for my.
You fucking
It's the
cheater!
tab for my thing. It's the tab for my thing.
You freaking cheese nugget!
And I have a slice of cheese.
No, you owe me $100. So no. Anyways, guys, that'll be it for today. I hope y'all enjoyed. It just, our tidbit of today is, don't be a cheater. Don't be Nat.
Be like me. I'm great.
Our next video, if we actually get around to deciding to record it, which that's not up to me. That's up to the other people for showing up, I guess. So there's that. We will see y'all in the next video, which I will be posting a video on the main channel very soon. In the meantime, please make sure to like, subscribe, do all those funny things. Remember that sometimes your dad is not coming back from the milk store, everyone. That'll be it for today. Hope y'all enjoyed. And do you have any departing words to say, Natalie?
I have two things. Loki is misunderstood and Clint Barton is the best Avenger. Goodbye.
Alrighty, everyone. That'll be it. See y'all in the next video. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.